So back there on 2 is Payson. Hadley French scores 1 for the Wildcats. No outs. Waiting on the catcher to get her gear laced back up here. Pitch on the way, too high for a ball. And Elena Driscoll takes a walk. That'll bring up Peyton Johnson. So here comes PJ. Pitch on the way, low for a ball. Payson back there on 2. Driscoll's on 1. PJ in the batter's box. That one's outside for ball 2. Throw over to third, gets past the third baseman once again, but good backup there from the Spark. And Payson will stay safe on third with Driscoll up on 2.
Go, PJ.
Foul tip back to us. Pitch on the way. Pitch on the way to PJ. Nice hit over in between center and right for a base hit. It's going to roll for a while, so PJ with a double so far. She decides to make it a triple. 2 more come across, and she may get all the way home. So now Peyton Johnson is owed some money from her dad in Louisiana. Yes, PJ. Is that 4? That brings up Devin Poff for the Wildcats.
Let's go, Devin.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Pitch on the way. That one's too high for a ball, so 1-1 the count here to Devin. That one's too low for a ball.
Where's your family?
Owen, the oldest, he's in a jazz concert today. So they hung on as long as they could because he's playing the last part of it.
4-0 the score so far here for game number 2. That'll be ball number 3, I believe.
No, he's in percussion.
3 balls, 1 strike here, the count to D Money.
York, the band, but he also joined a jazz group.
That one's called a strike. So full
everybody-
count here.
told everybody to just go, and I'll stay and be the support for Stella.
Come on, Dad.
And especially Grandma.
Full count here.
Grandma was an orchestra herself, so
Okay. Makes sense.
she really
Swing and a miss. Out number 1 for the Wildcats. Here comes Kinsley Johnson. Both of the Johnson twins with home runs tonight. KJ had one in the first game. PJ had one just a moment ago. There's ball 1 to KJ.
Here we go, KJ.
That one's too low for a ball. Four nothing the score so far here. That one's head of the plate for a ball 3. So KJ steps back in. That one's ball 4. KJ takes a walk. That'll bring up Kyler Taylor with 1 out. 4-0 so far here in this second game against the Oklahoma Spark and our Wildcats. That one's inside for a ball. Throw made to 2 in time, but not going to get her this time. She's called safe. So KJ with some wheels out there. (1-0) the count to Kyler Taylor. Pitch on the way. Too high for a ball. Go Wildcats, go Wildcats, go. Kyler Taylor getting ready here. 2-1 the count to Taylor.
Go, Tyler.
That one's too low for a bunt. KJ travels on to 3. So Kyler gets ready. KJ on third. 3-1 the count here to Kyler. That one's outside for ball 4, so Kyler will take a walk. And here comes Crossley Marple.
There you go, babe. Head down.
1 out, 4-0 the score. Too low for a ball there. Kyler will travel on to 2. Well, that had to hurt. Baby fell off the bleachers. Pitch on the way, too high. KJ's going to decide to get in there, and she's safe! Slides under the tag, and Kyler Taylor rounds third. So the Wildcats just need 1 more here, I believe, to get to 6.
Let's go, Nines. Head down.
That one's outside for a ball. Three balls, no strikes. The count here to Marple.
Head down, babe.
So a 3-0 pitch on the way here. She slings that one to third. It'll roll foul. Almost hit Taylor as she was getting ready to run on home. That had to hurt. She missed the step and I think face planted on the step.
Let's go.
That one's ball 4, and Crossley will take a walk. I believe this is Bentley that's pitching. They call Kyler safe. I think that's 6, isn't it?
Blue. Yep.
Yeah, okay. So Corey will have to wait as that's 6 runs across the plates for the Wildcats, so we'll change it up here. I think we have all the babies crying. All the babies are crying today. They're all sad. Although it's 7:35, I mean, when we had babies that small, they had to go to bed. It's the hardest for the siblings, really, when we're playing out here. I mean, Crossley's 10, and she needs to go to bed by like 8:30. Yeah. I mean, I ain't mad about going to bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock myself. I'm an early riser, so I don't like to stay up very late. So Stella will start things off for the Wildcats. I say it wrong every time. Mal or Mal? 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 What is the guy? Okay, malware. Because I was thinking mall like I'm going to the mall, but he says it on the recorder, mall.
Yeah, he says it wrong on the
Okay, but it's mal. Man, it took me forever to get Lanye. Now I gotta do this. Malware. Okay.
Now we're going to blame my grandpa.
Okay.
First grade teacher. She didn't like because it wasn't.
We're trying to figure out. Stella's grandpa's sitting behind us, so we're trying to figure out how to say the last name. I think I've been saying it wrong this whole time, but it's Malwick. So Stella comes in, firing the first one in for strike one.
Bring it in, Stella. Bring it in.
Pitch on the way, outside for ball one.
Stella. You can do it, Stella.
Here we go, Stella.
So here comes the 1-1 pitch from Malwick, inside for ball two.
Let's go, Stella. You got it.
You can do it, girl.
Take your time, Stella. You got it.
Outside pitch for ball three.
Facebook doesn't look at all. Facebook is done.
Pitch on the way. There's a strike. So full count here to Anderson. Pitch on the way. We're going to call that one outside. So Anderson will take a walk. Swing and a miss. Throw to two. Nice shot for PJ. Kyler's there to cover. Not quite in time. If you're just joining us, Facebook has put a new rule in play that there are no streams allowed anymore. So we'll just be able to do this on YouTube. Strike one there. This is Hunter, I believe. Yeah. Hunter batting for the Spark. Swing and a miss. Strike two. That's out number one for the Wildcats. That'll bring up Ginger for the OK Spark. Foul tip back.
Good job, Stella. Get the pressure on, Stella.
Hey, I don't want to get a scolding again. Debbie, we don't want another scolding.
Swing and a miss.
She knows what to do, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but if I'm going to pay her something for what she does.
And in fairness, I think Stella was only mad at Ashley, not Debbie. She's not going to be mad at the grandparents. She's only going to be mad at the parents, right? It's because you're the parent. Yeah, it's always our fault. That's right. Mimi can say whatever she wants, just like Gigi can.
AKA Debbie. One more step.
So the Wildcats here with 2 outs. Lindley the batter. Lindley will pop one up high. Stella grabs it and gets out number 3. So Stella with all 3 Wildcat outs there.
Hey, way to call for ball. Did you see how she found? Like, it was in support.
Yeah, so what did that cost us?
That cost you $10.
Okay. No, I'm going to do that.
Yes, it does.
So at the end of 1, Wildcats with 6. Spark with 0.
I'm going to go down there and tell her.
And Corey Burson will be the leadoff batter for the Wildcats, followed by Sadie and pitcher Stella Malwick. I told you it looked like it hurt really bad.
Right in the corner.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, though, at this age, they always think we're abusers. Because, like, we were talking about this the other day. When you have littles, they just injure themselves and try to injure themselves constantly. So ours always had, like, knots on their head, black eyes. But toddlers really just like to, you know, they push the envelope.
Hey, you need to check what's in that Chick-fil-A drink.
Probably should.
Colton.
So Corey Burson will lead off for the Wildcats, followed by Sadie Lanier and Stella Malwick.
What is that? That's impressive. He obviously gets those moves from you. No, Grandma. You can't have a handicap sticker on your Honda Accord.
6-0 the score. This is game number 2 in league play. Wildcats traveling to Elk City this weekend for a tournament. I talked to Garrett, and he doesn't think we will play on Friday. He thinks all the games will be on Saturday and Sunday. So,
Because otherwise I would have had one a long time ago. A long time ago.
pitching for the Spark this time is Ginger.
Yeah, my father-in-law said that when I came Sunday.
So the Wildcats will get ready to bat around here.
It can
Man, he does it every day. He's like a third generation. He doesn't know anything else.
So it'll be Corey, Sadie, Stella. Turned into a pretty nice evening here. It's about 68, not too windy.
Which I appreciate you.
Should be nice tomorrow as well. Seeming like it's getting a little bit more like spring in Oklahoma. It's been a weird March and April. I feel like we haven't really had very many warm days at all. Of course, in Oklahoma, it's feast or famine. It's either 105 or 50. Waiting on the catcher to get back out here. And I believe we will get ready. Here comes Corey Burson for the Wildcats. Burson with a couple of hits up the middle in her first game.
Well, my kid sings. So she hears music.
Well, Stella sings, but you don't want to hear me.
All right, so Corey starting things off for the Wildcats. Pitch on the way. That one's called outside for a ball. She'll hit that one up the middle. Second base scoops it up, makes the throw in time for out number 1. Here comes Sadie Lanier for the Wildcats.
Go, Sadie.
6-0 the score as Wildcats managed to get 6 across the last inning. Sadie flicks that one back over foul. Lanier. That one's called strike 2.
Head down, babe. Let's go.
Pitch on the way. Too low for a ball. Pitch on the way. Too high for a ball this time. Lanier, the batter for the Wildcats, with 1 out. 6-0 the score. Foul tips that one back.
Okay, Sadie, you got this.
1 out. Wildcats on top, 6-0. 2-2 the count here to Lanier.
Let's go, Sadie.
That one's too low for a ball. So full count now. Game number 2 here in league play. I believe after this particular game, we go play at Deer Creek for the next few games, then come back and finish out league play at UCO. Too high, ball 4. Sadie takes a walk.
All right, Stella.
That'll bring up the pitcher for this particular game, Stella Malwick.
If you hit it. That was a home run.
And she did hit it. Back to the pitcher. Throw to first. Out number 2 for the Wildcats.
On base, sorry.
Here comes Hadley French. Hadley walked her last at bat. 2 outs now. Wildcats on top, 6-0.
From Jordan.
Jordan.
Did you like the way that figures went?
Yeah, I did.
Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Go, Hadley.
Hadley French, the batter. Ball gets past the catcher, so runners will advance. Sadie Lanier stands up on 3. Pitch on the way to Hadley. Too high for a ball. That one's too low for a ball. Ginger, the pitcher here for the Oklahoma Spark. 3-1 the count here to French. That'll be called strike 2. So now full count here to Hadley French. She hits that one foul. .6-0 the score. Wildcats on top with 2 outs.
Dad row is right there, so you can go down there on our side at least.
That'll be ball 4 for Hadley.
I'll go with you.
So Hadley with her second walk of the game. And that'll bring up Payson Mormon. Payson got hit by a pitch, her last at bat. Well, okay then. Ball too high for ball 1. Here comes Payson Mormon. That one's outside for ball 2. Pitch on the way. Too high for a ball.
I forgot to tell you that when I came over here.
So Payson waiting for the sign here.
I got another hit. I know, I saw it. But now you actually have to hit it hard enough that they don't catch it.
There's ball 4. And Payson takes a walk. That'll bring up Elena Driscoll for the Wildcats. Elena took a walk her last at bat. Pitch on the way, too low for a ball. Bases loaded here for the Wildcats. 2 outs. Elena Driscoll batting. Too high for a ball. Bases loaded, so runners stay where they're at. Pitch on the way. Too high for a ball. Driscoll, as I mentioned, walked last time. She may get to do it again as the count's 3-0. They're going to call that one for a strike. So 3-1 the count now to Driscoll. Too low for a ball, and Elena will take her second walk of the day. So Wildcats get a run walked in to put 7 on the board. That'll bring up Peyton Johnson, the home run to center at her last at bat. That one's too high. Several walks already this game. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 so far. Swing and a miss. PJ.
Oh, that must be what it is.
Pitch on the way. Too low for a ball. Wildcats lead 7-0 with 2 outs. Big base hit out to center field is caught but dropped and the glove fell off. So PJ with the base hit. Another one comes across the plate for the Wildcats. And PJ decides to sneak in and take 2. Did 2 come across or 1? 2 across the plate? You guys are fired. You're fired. 2? Okay. Okay. Here comes Devin. Wild pitch gets away from the catcher for ball 1. So Devin will step back in. With 2 outs. Swing and a miss. So 1-1 the count here to Devin. Pitch on the way. Too high for a ball. Devin batting for the Wildcats. Swing and a miss.
Let's go, Dev. You got it.
So 2-2 the count here to Devin Poff. That one's too low for a ball. PJ back on 2 for the Wildcats. Wildcats have scored 3. Here comes Devin. So Devin 1. It's 6. So they'll have to switch it up. An awesome home run from Devin Poff. And the Wildcats have it at 12. 12-0 so far. Here, the score. I believe he will be to bat for the Oak Park. I don't know, I wonder if they call run rule in league play. Do we remember that? I don't remember that. I can do or not. Stella's going to have a knee replacement. I did a lot of Tootsie rolling in my college days, and now I had to have my knees replaced. So tell her to save it. You got to save your knees. Yeah. Waiting on PJ to get her gear on. So she'll be back in action. Stella keeping us entertained on the pitcher's mound. Wildcats on top pretty handily so far here in this second game. Won the first game 11-5 as well. First pitch called for a ball. Second pitch on the way. Hit over into between center and right. Corey Burson going to chase it down. Make a far throw into second. They're going to throw it all the way home. PJ's going to race it out, but she gets there in time. So the Spark with their first home run of the game. So the Spark put one on the board there, 12-1. That's going to bring up Harper for the OK Spark.
All right, Stel, you're good.
Pitch on the way, swing and a miss to Harper. Pitch on the way, popped high into right field again. Burson with the catch for out number one. So nice pop fly catch from Corey Burson. Corey's getting her money's worth over there in right field today. That'll bring up Shiley. Swing and a miss.
Keep it up, Stel. Keep it up.
So Shiley back in the box. Pitch on the way, outside. PJ does a good job keeping that one in front. That one's low for a ball. Nobody hurt, nobody on. Shiley the batter for the Spark. Wildcats on top 12-1 with one out. It's called outside for a ball. So 3-1 the count here to Shiley. Hit back to the pitchers, slammed up the middle there, gets past Stella and Hadley. Thrown in quickly though, so nobody hurt, just a single there. That'll bring up Ayla for the Spark. One out, 12-1 the score. Swing and a miss to Ayla. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 the count here to Ayla. Foul tip back into the bleachers. You heard it. Grab it and throw it back in. Pitch on the way. Foul tipped once again over to the Spark dugout. It's going to roll down. We'll grab it. Marple will pick it up, throw it back in to Malwick. Pitch on the way. Hit over to third. Driscoll picks it up, makes the throw to 1 for out number 2. Nice play between Driscoll and Marple there. So 2 outs for the Wildcats, 12-1 the score. I didn't see what time we started this game. Foul tipped over to the Spark dugout. This is Blake batting for the Spark. Foul tipped once again. Strike 2. That looked pretty good, but it's a little high. Okay, he says, bring it down a little bit. But he agrees it looked good too. That one hit her in the toe, so Blake will take a base. So we're waiting to see if she's okay from being hit by the pitch in the foot there. Looks like she's going to be all right and walk it off. That's going to bring up Bentley for the Spark. Too low for a ball. Bentley started off pitching a few. They switched up the pitching lineup. Runners on second and third for the Spark. Wildcats on top 12-1 with 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Outside for a ball. Did you see that my child wasn't wearing shoes? Sorry about that. Don't judge me as a parent. London's walking around barefoot on bleachers with bird poop on it. There's a swing and a miss. That's why she's healthy all the time, though, right? That's what I tell myself. So 2-1 the count here to Bentley. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Valid. Yeah. Pitch from Stella. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And out 3.
Good job, Stell.
In fairness, I do see other children without shoes on, so I don't feel as bad. But they're babies. But I'm saying that to make myself feel better. London's 10. But my kids never like to wear shoes. They never have. So we go back to hit. I believe it's going to be KJ, Kyler, Crossley, and Corey. Lots of K's there. K's and C's. Alliteration in English makes me happy. Just again, don't ask for the math. Cooling off just a little bit out here at Jerry Pinkston Stadium. We're playing league play where UCO plays softball. UCO is traveling this week. They'll be gone this weekend. Play 2 games on Friday and 2 games on Saturday. I think they're headed to Nebraska. Then after these games, they'll start their division play. And I think the first ones are here at UCO. So if you're always looking for a place to go watch some good softball, UCO, I think, ranked 7th or 8th. And they've got quite a team, always super fun to watch. So we'll get back here and get ready. Wildcats still lead 12-1. Home runs from PJ so far and Devin so far. So now KJ, she had a home run last game. She's looking to get her one. So Kinsley Johnson steps in, gets ready to be a hitter for the Wildcats. First pitch on the way, too high for ball 1. Ginger's still pitching for the Spark. Second pitch on the way is too low for a ball. She'll foul tip that third pitch back. So 2-1 the count here to KJ. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Two the count. Too high for ball 3. Wildcats on top 12-1 here. No outs. That one's too high for ball 4, and KJ takes a walk. Her second of the day. That'll bring up Kyler Taylor for the Wildcats. Kyler took a walk her last at bat as well. Several of the Wildcats have walked this game. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. KJ travels safely to 2 on a stolen base. Oh, 1 count here to Kyler Taylor. Too high for a ball. Gets past the catcher, so KJ arrives safely on 3. Too high for a ball. Pitch on the way. Too high for ball 3. That's ball 4, excuse me. So Kyler with her second walk of the day. Now Crossley Marple up to bat. Marple also walked her last at bat. Too high for a ball. Taylor will take 2. Ooh, Crossley got pegged. Hopefully was it the right arm, I hope. Crossley was already injured once. You can't hit her in the left arm. I think it was her. Okay. Here comes Corey Burson. Foul tipped. Will stay in the field. Bounce once. Catcher will come get it. Loaded for Corey Burson. Inside pitch. Called for a strike. Cross Marple paying attention on first, decided out with Kyler there on second, but that's not really allowed in softball. But she back. She back. Foul tip back. Loaded 1-2 down here to Burson. One-two pitch on the way. KJ's going to safely run on through for run number 13, and runners will advance there. So now Marple on second, Taylor on third, and Corey Burson battling here in the box. So 2-2 the count here to Corey. Outside for a ball. Full count now. Swing and a miss. Out number 1 for the Wildcats. That brings up Sadie Lanier for the Wildcats. Sadie took a walk her last at bat. Wildcats on top 13-1 now. Too low for a ball. Marple back there on second. Taylor on third in scoring position. Lanier. Pitch called a strike. So 1-1 the count here. That one's too high for a ball. Runners will stay this time. Pitcher goes back to the circle. Lanier gets ready. She'll hit one over to third base, gets through the third baseman's legs. Shortstop can't get it either, and all runners advance, and Kyler Taylor crosses the plate for the Wildcats. Comes Stella Malwick. Pitch too high for ball 1. Stella steps back in to get ready. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss.
All right, Stella, deep breath.
So Stella pitching for us today. Now she's in the batter's box. Too high for a ball. That's Lanier back there on second. Marple on third. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. To Malwick.
Come on, girl. You can do it.
One out for the Wildcats. 2-2 the count here. She'll pop it up. Roll foul. So she'll get to come back. Try her again.
Beat it again, Stell.
14-1 the score here. Foul tip back, so Stella battling.
Keep battling. This one's yours, Stell.
One out.
Stay in there.
Stella the batter for the Wildcats. Foul tipped once again.
Keep going, Stell. Keep going.
Do this, Stella. I believe in you, girl. Win this here, Stell.
2-2 the count. To Malwick. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss.
All right.
Out number 2 for the Wildcats. Here comes Hadley French. Hadley has walked both times for her at bats here in this second game. That one's too low for ball 1. Lanier on second, Marple on third, waiting to score. Getting a little bit cooler as the sun goes down, about 66 here. Too high for a ball. So Hadley steps back in to get ready. Too low for a ball. So 3-0 the count here to Hadley French. Swing and a miss. Won the count here to Hadley French. That's ball 4. So Hadley will take her third walk of the day. And that'll bring up Payson Moorman. Payson has taken a walk and then got hit by a pitch earlier. That one's called for a strike. So Payson will step back in. Wildcats lead 14-1 with 2 outs. Outside for ball 2. Bases loaded here for Payson. Too high for a ball. That one's called for a ball as well. Marple snuck down but then ran back. So 3-1 the count here to Pay Moore. Too high for ball 4, and we'll get to walk a run in. Here comes Elena Driscoll. Elena has walked both of her at-bats so far here. What is happening? This is Driscoll this time. Inside pitch for ball 1. Ball gets past the third baseman. So here comes Lanier across the plate. Crazy throw, thrown home. So that'll be run number 16. So Driscoll will step back in and get ready. Now 16-1. We're tying a shoe out there on second. There we go. Now we're ready. Now we're ready. Here comes Driscoll. She fouls that one back. Runners on second and third for the Wildcats. That one's called strike 2. Wildcats have the 5th and 6th run out there on first, second, and third, that is. That one gets past. We're going to slide in for run number 17. So that's number 5. So now the Wildcats just need one more to get to 6. Go, 2-2 the count here to Driscoll. That one's called too high for a ball. Pitch on the way to Driscoll. Too high for a ball. And Driscoll takes her third walk of the day. That'll bring up P.J. Johnson. P.J. said, "This ain't my song, and I'm not Kinsley." This is P.J. Johnson. Ball 1 goes by. Driscoll stands up on 2. Pacing over there on 3. PJ hits one, it hits her, and hits right in front of the plate, so she'll get to come back on a foul tip. Pitch on the way. Dead ball, they say. She gets to go to first. I think it hit her in the leg a little bit. So here comes Devin Poff with the bases loaded. Let's see if she can crank another home run for us for a grand slam. Pitch on the way to Devin. Ball 1. Ball 2. We're going to run this time, run through for run 6. So the Wildcats have scored 6 every inning they've had here today. I think the umpires, are we going to keep playing? Or are we going to call ball game? Looks like we may keep playing. They should, in theory, get the last bat since they are the home team this time. So now when we go back, does Devin still get to bat? She should, right? And we won't get to bat again. She should. That's kind of a weird rule because you could just hit like 3 times and like have balls and then go back out and hit all over again. Yeah, no, yeah, that's true. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you could only have 6. You can only have 6. We'll go back to play here, although Kinsey and I were talking. They really can't catch us because you can only have 6 runs an inning. And the Wildcats are now at 18. So this would be for experience only, I believe. So I think this will be Elke, Casey, and Kennedy up to bat for the OK Spark. If you're just joining us late, we found out earlier that Facebook will not let us stream anymore. And the crummy part about that is I don't know that you can interact like you can on Facebook on YouTube. So when you guys are watching and you holler out stuff, all of the kids always ask what you guys are saying, like, is my grandma watching and what's she saying? I don't think that you can do that on YouTube. I haven't checked it out, but I'll look. But on Facebook, it's a little bit more interactive because I can interact with everybody as the game's going on. But Facebook just decided one day, you know what, streaming's over. The end. I didn't tell anybody. So a lot of teams going to be playing this weekend, go to stream all their games, and none of it's going to work, unfortunately. So I think we should all cry to Facebook about it and see if they do anything. It hasn't worked for me in the past, but we should give it a go. So first pitch on the way to Elke. That's called for strike 1.
Good job, Stell.
Strike 1.
Second pitch on the way. Strike 2.
There you go, girl.
Elke's going to have to be a hitter here. That's looks like strike 3. We'll give her that one. She's certainly not wanting to swing. Ball 2. So 2-2 the count here to Elke. There we go, strike 3. Out number 1 for the Wildcats. That'll bring up Casey. OK Spark has not even gone through their lineup yet. 1 full time. Wildcats have went through the lineup, several of them 3 times. That'll be strike 1 for Casey as a swing and a miss. Foul tipped up over the net. Go over there by the UCO dugout. We'll throw it back in. Everybody's trying to throw it back over that fence, but that's a tall throw. Get the ball back to the umpire here. Casey will step back in with 1 out. Good spot to miss. Inside for ball 2 or 3. We may, 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So 2 outs. With Kennedy getting ready. Wildcats have 2 outs. Wildcats lead 18-1.
Finish it up, girl.
So hopefully, final out here for the win. It's called low for a ball. There's strike 1.
You got it, girl.
Strike 2.
Yeah, girl. Bring it home, sweetie. Bring it home.
Ooh, that was close. He wanted to even call it, I think. Called for a ball there to Kennedy. Oh, that was close, too. That was pretty close. It's a good place to miss. 3-2 the count here to Kennedy. 2 outs. Wildcats lead 18-1. There we go, Kennedy. So that'll be out 3 and should be ball game. Ball game. Okay, ball game. All right, so the Wildcats win that one 18-1. You guys will see us next time in Elk City in western Oklahoma. So we will plan on seeing you there. Have a great rest of your evening. Remember, Wildcats cannot broadcast on Facebook anymore, so just keep that in mind going forward. You guys have a great evening. 18-1.